Wow, I've just finished my story. It's the best story ever. Really? Read it to me. Once upon a time, there was a guy. There was a problem. The problem got really intense. Then it got better, and they all lived happily ever after. The end. See, isn't it great? It's got all the elements of a good plot. Maybe it has an exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution, but it's far from complete. Who's the character? Where's the description? What is the significance? Well, what would you do? First, for your exposition, you need to establish your character and his context, the setting. What does your character do? What's his name? That kind of stuff. His name is John. He's an accountant by day and an awesome superhero by night. He fights an evil scientist named Professor Evilman who's trying to turn everyone in the city into cat people. People for counting the dogs. Professor Evilman hates dogs and can't stand the sight of them. That's a good start. You've established characters in their context. You've even started some good descriptions. Elaborate more though. Tell me. Wait, scratch that. Scratch that? Like a cat? Show me. Use sensory words to describe things like sight, smell, etc. I want you to show me, not tell me. Well, Professor Evilman loves how when he pets a cat, it feels like he's caressing it loud. He loves their soft purring and the bells on their collars that chime in the middle of the night. He's always thought that dogs are louder than construction work and smell like socks that have been in the sun all day. Ooh, I can smell that. See, you want your readers to be able to picture what is going on, but you can only do that when you use descriptive language. Another thing that will help you tell your story is dialogue. Ask yourself, what kind of conversation will John and Professor Evilman have when they finally meet at the climax of the story? Well, first of all, the scene starts with John tiptoeing around the dark halls of a museum, each step seeming like it echoes for ages. He's trying to get to the rare artifacts room before Professor Evilman gets there. John hears a noise behind him. He breezes in its tracks. Slowly, he turns and sees a silhouette in the moonlight from the great skylight over the exhibit above. John knew that figure anywhere. Professor Evilman. Professor Evilman breaks the tension with a smooth voice. I didn't think it'd be that easy, did you? John's voice, without tremor, calls back. I was counting on it. Professor Evilman chuckled. Oh, really now? Are you counting on this? John hears a low growl behind him and feels the hot breath of something large behind him on his back. He slowly turns to see a saber-toothed tiger the size of a car, teeth bared, on its haunches, ready to pounce. Wow, this is so much better. Just a couple of other things though. Make sure you use transition words to link scenes and events. They help the reader know the order of the sequence of events. Use words like without delay, before, all of a sudden, afterwards. It helps the reader place events in time. So like, as soon as John met the prehistoric cat's eyes, it lunged at him. John immediately ducked, then ran toward the corridor. Meanwhile, Professor Evilman observed the scene with all the eagerness of a kid in a candy shop. Exactly! Transition words link scenes so that you know exactly what's going on at what time. The last thing your story needs is to make sure your conflict is resolved. You want the conclusion to follow from prior events. If there were no aliens in the story shouldn't end with Professor Evilman getting abducted by aliens. If it's not logical, it's not satisfying. So maybe it should end with John destroying Professor Evilman's cat people machine and Professor Evilman going to jail. As long as it makes sense within the context of the story. Totally. From what you told me about the movie characters, it sounds very logical. And, the whole thing's a very interesting story. I can't wait to see how you fit all the pieces together. Does it have a title? Yeah, Catastrophe.